Hi Jonathan, thank you for coming to Cappielow to talk to us today. Team have Alloa Athletic at the Indodrill Stadium on Saturday. Can I just get your thoughts ahead of the match, please?
It's a very difficult opponent, as this league has proved. They haven't lost for a while, picking up some really good results. I think it's a team that is very well organized. They let opponents have the ball in certain areas, and they defend deep. And the main threat is from counterattacks, as we saw when we played them here in Cappielow. So it's a very dangerous opponent, very different from, let's say, Ross County that tries to keep possession. So it's a test for the boys, but we should go there confident. We should go there, really up for it, and we should go there and compete and hopefully get the points.
As you say, the team should be travelling up for it. They've won the last two. They're going for a third league victory in a row here.
Yeah, as I said, wins breeds confidence, but it also needs to remember what brought to the wins. And that was really good defensive organisation, really hard work for each other, really disciplined team, and a little bit more quality when we do have the chance to pass it, that we don't lose it against the counter-attacking side. It's very, very important that you're good on the ball, that you're sharp on the ball, and you play in the right areas of the pitch, and also in the final third to have that kind of quality that we've had against Partick, and we've had there, that when we do get a chance that we hit the target and we score a goal.
I was wondering if you're superstitious at all. The last time the team were going for 3 wins in a row, it was Alloa Athletic here and they won 2-0 that day.
Not superstitious in that way, but I did mention it to the players, and tomorrow we're going to go through that game a little bit, because what we did that game, we stopped doing the stuff that had brought us the 2 wins before, and that is my message to them from that game, to remember that. I think maybe the crowd as well expected a win that day, and because Alloa was a promoted team, but we knew as a coaching staff how dangerous they can be, and they've proven that since. They've really been on a good run. So I think I wouldn't call it complacency. I just think that you need to remember what makes us good as a team, and regardless of the opponent and opponent's tactics, you need to remember those basics to bring into every game to get the points.
Believe you were at Alloa's game against Dunfermline when they come back from 2-0 down?
Yeah, it was an interesting game, because obviously the first half was very one-sided in terms of Dunfermline kept the pressure up, they kept the possession, they scored the 2 goals, albeit one a little bit lucky, but they had more chances, and then second half was totally different. And I think the main thing for me, Alloa played better, of course, but Dunfermline lost the balls in critical areas, and Alloa was very good on the break. They have players up front that are quick, and new signings that lifted them a bit, and because they haven't lost for a while, I think they are very positive as well, and they believe that they can get it back into games, which they showed. And to be fair, Alloa could have scored more than the 2 goals they got in the second half.
Something you said after the last game was opposition managers would have taken notice of you guys after beating the league leaders on television.
I think so. I think they could see a team that is very determined not to lose goals. They are very disciplined in defense, and then they work really, really hard for each other. And I think, as I said, that's a good thing, and hopefully they took notice, and it's something we can use. But I also think it will be a very different game, this one, and this is a league where every game is very, very different. So you have to be able to keep what you're good at, but also to be able to perform in different ways against different opponents.
In that game, Derek Gaston went off injured towards the end. I believe Ryan Scully might have picked up a knock in training as well. How's the goalkeeper situation looking ahead of the game?
We haven't had a keeper fit this week. We got a trialist in for the reserve team, because the reserve teams for the reserve team we were looking for a keeper. So we have a trialist in this week, and both goalkeepers will be assessed in the morning. We've obviously made plans in case they are not gonna make it. Both keepers are a worry at the moment, so it's been a worry this week, and it's something we've planned for, and hopefully tonight at some stage we will latest tomorrow morning find out if who's fit and who's not.
What are the injuries to the two goalkeepers, Jonathan?
Well, Gats had obviously you saw that he fell awkwardly on the bad tackle in the Ross County game, and he's got his shoulder, a problem with the shoulder, and Ryan had just one of those freaky accidents in training. He's a little bit sore in his knee, but as I said, hopefully they will be okay.
Any other injury news?
No, the rest of the squad is the same as it was.
Denny Johnson, any update on Denny? How Denny is?
No, it's you know, I feel for Denny, and nobody's more frustrated than Denny. You know, of course, as a manager, you would like your best players, you know, your best players on available, and unfortunately Denny hasn't been this season, and you know, we don't have a set date of when he will get back, which is a worry. But I said, you know, the most frustrating person is Denny himself. He's working really hard, and you know, I hope, you know, he will get back to fitness.
Has there been any progress recently with any getting any
Not
closer?
Not really. No.
The last few days, I know you've been very busy trying to get deals over the line. You've been negotiating. Is there anything at the moment? Could there anything be done before Saturday's game at all?
It could be. I'm hopeful that to do some business before Saturday, but with these things you don't know, and because these players are contracted elsewhere, I don't like to talk about it too much. But it's you know, I'm hopeful to do something before the weekend, because I think it's important in certain areas to freshen things up. But as I said, I don't have any news at the moment.
It's been a busy few days though.
It's been a busy few days. We've been working hard on obviously identifying players over the last month or so, identifying, you know, what kind of profiles we're looking for, and you know, so we've been talking to a lot of people and trying to get deals done. So but it's obviously tricky in this window.
Michael Tidser has been linked with a move to Dundee, a pre-contract. Is that something you're aware of, Jonathan?
Well, I'm happy that teams are looking at our players, because we're doing something right. I think Tidser has been really good in terms of efficiency this season, in terms of passing and also scoring. So I'm not surprised that teams are looking at him. It's January is a time that people can start looking around for next season. But I always take every story with a pinch of salt, because I've been around a long time, so I know what papers can jump to conclusions sometimes. But when this window is over, and when we go a little bit further, of course you have to start planning for next season, and we're already planning for next season as well. So we'll see.
Excellent, Jonathan. Thank you very much for your time, and good luck on Saturday.
Thank you.